We've talked some about self-injurious behaviors in the past couple of weeks. We've certainly talked about suicidality, but self-injurious behaviors are somewhat different. They are behaviors that are often designed to reduce uncomfortable emotions, while at the same time not commit suicide. So think about suicide and self-injurious behaviors as different. So it's often associated with acute distress done to oneself by oneself with the intention of helping rather than killing oneself. And paradoxically, damage the body in order to preserve the mind. Lots of variation in terms of how frequent this is. 14 to 39% of teens in the community, 40 to 61%, lots of different estimates. Princess Diana, who has been or was reported to both engage in binging and purging, so diagnosed with bulimia, but also self-injurious behavior, said, you have so much pain inside yourself. You try to hurt yourself on the outside because you need help. And that's certainly one way of looking at things. People describe it also as releasing pain to make the outside match the internal pain, to communicate bad feelings that otherwise can't be communicated. Easier to hurt myself than hurt someone else, to return a sense of control, to feel more alive or real. And you can see as we're talking about this, why self-injurious behavior is often associated with borderline personality disorder, even though it's not only people with this diagnosis that self-injure. So we see these unexpressed and overwhelming emotions that can either lead people to feeling emotionally overloaded, and so they self-injure to feel more in control, or they shut down and self-injure to feel more real. So paradoxically, two different approaches here. Keep in mind, self-injurious behavior is not the problem. The problem, or self-injurious behavior, is simply the symptom of the problem. Often highly addictive, difficult for people to stop once they have been self-injuring. Highly comorbid with other problems, substance abuse, depression, trauma, compulsive sexuality. And keep in mind that the more comorbidity, the more difficult it is to change that. So think about what you do to cope with uncomfortable emotions. Are these healthy and helpful? If you only have one or two strategies, how can you develop more? I think we should have a whole pocket full of strategies and use these well. Think also, do you use these strategies well? You may know what you can do, but do you use them? And take care.